Hey guys, Coach Jenna here. So I just got off my mastermind call with my team, and Christy had a brilliant idea that I create a video to share for how I went diamond in 4 months. So here we go. Bear with me. I'm still kind of new at creating videos, so it's kind of odd looking at myself as I'm talking and thinking at the same time. Number one is don't get overwhelmed. That was one thing that I actually did a lot of in the beginning, having a full time career and also wanting to build this business as quickly as possible. I overwhelmed myself to the max right off the bat. So I had to talk myself down. I'm very good at giving myself pep talks. So I had to talk myself down, tell myself, take things day by day. It's a lot of training. There's so many resources, there's almost too much information. You just have to understand it's all there for you. So take it at your own pace, okay? Um, and also, one thing from the majority of the trainings is the one quote that stuck with me is be here a year from now. So whenever times got tough, I always told myself, okay, be here a year from now. So that's kind of just my thought process whenever I was kind of getting too overwhelmed or frustrated or, and all sorts of emotions. Seriously, I went through them all. So I became a coach August 18th of 2015, and I went diamond December 24th of 2015. So it was also obviously with the holidays and, with everyone saying that times are tough and times were tough, but I didn't know any better. So I pushed even harder, I think. So here's a couple things that I did. I think these are the top things that I did, and they are very simple. Okay. The first thing is I implemented every single bit of training as I went. Whenever I watched a video, I obviously would take notes, but I would also do something with it. If it had to do with scripts, I would copy and paste the script, throw it in Google Drive, and look at it later. I would leave it. And what I did was compiled all the scripts in one document on Google Drive. So I had like 12 pages of all these scripts, and I did take the time to go through, read them all, and revamp and create my own script. It took a lot of time, but I did that before I moved on into the training. Um, Me starting as a coach August 18th, I don't think that I didn't look to see when I sold my first challenge pack. My first challenge group was October, so that just goes to show I really didn't do much with the business the first month at least. I did all the training. I wanted to know the ins and outs and I wanted to be comfortable with it a little bit too before I really um, I don't want to say dove in because I did implement as I went, but I wanted to have a good understanding of what I was doing too. So I implemented all the trainings as I went. I started small. I would invite 5 people, or expand my network, add 5 people to Facebook a day. I think Carl Deichler's My First Month of Success Club, the call I had with him, I may have been the National Wake Up Call actually. He had the invite 3, follow up with 3, every single day until the end of the year. I started doing that for a couple days. Then I found out that didn't work for me. I would get I got overwhelmed with inviting 3 people every single day of the week. For me, it worked better to invite bulk Monday and Tuesday and then follow up the rest of the week. So you find these systems for yourself that work for you. They may not work for other people. You have to understand that you need to do this for you and that you need to do what works best for you. So again, there's so much information out there. It could be overwhelming. If it doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. Don't do it. And also, another thing was I jumped into a mastermind right after I had my Getting Started Right call with Christy. So I think it was probably 3 or 4 weeks after I signed up, I had my Getting Started Right call, and the only time that worked in my schedule was a Zoom mastermind with, I think everyone is already diamond. So she said, I think you'll be fine. I think you could just jump right in. I said, oh, okay. So I really didn't know what to expect in the first call. I was so nervous. Um, I, met everyone, all that jazz. But it really helped because I pushed myself even harder because I wanted to do what they were doing. The first time I ever invited someone, I didn't know what to do. The three vital behaviors, invite is number one. And I'm like, how do you invite? Is it a cold invite? Are you just inviting them to a challenge group and you don't even know who they are? I was so confused. Invite is such a broad term. It's, building a relationship, ask them how they are. Oh, we have mutual friends. Hey girl, all of those. So you again, you get a feel for kind of how things work for you. So when I started these mastermind calls, they were, we go through our goals every week and they're saying 50 people, 100 people, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I was maybe inviting 20 a week." So for me, yes, granted, it may have been acceptable. I was a new coach, but I wanted more. I wanted to run with the big dogs and kind of just dive in and just implement what they were doing too. So again, I took all of this as training. I took every bit of what everyone's ever told me and everything I've watched as training, okay? Um, so yeah, going back to the inviting, I failed. Tried, I failed, I tried, I failed. I got people, Ashley, my success partner, Ashley Bowen, her and I would message each other back and forth being like, oh my gosh, like we, had this person that just kind of bashed us, gave us a little bit of an insult, and it was hard. Like it's hard at first to have those feelings, and you have all of this passion, and then someone comes back at you and doesn't just say no, but is blatantly rude about it. You have to understand that one, they probably don't understand, and they probably just think you're trying to sell something. So in my eyes, I needed to revamp my invite. So now I always I'll send out hey girls to all of my new friend requests. That's what's been working for me. I really love Tanya Jean's new the live power hours she's been doing. I may be implementing that very, very soon. I took so many notes on that. So I might be kind of going that route with inviting soon too. But I went from inviting 20 people a week to 3 a day, back to 20 a week to 100 a week. And let me tell you, again, overwhelming. So there's all these emotions, but you just have to get through it and you have to find your systems. I just tried. I just went out and did it. And I failed. It didn't work. That doesn't work. It didn't work for me. Everyone else, that I was talking to or whatever, no traction. It didn't work with the message I was trying to get across. So I would try again. If I failed, I failed. I tried again. And I got better and better. And I felt more comfortable doing it the more I do it. So one huge takeaway for you is to just do it. Okay? It's gonna get easier and you're gonna get better, and no one's gonna remember what you did 3 months ago. So another thing, I don't even know what point I'm on. I didn't write these down. Is consistency. Again, I did start small, but I was still consistent. I still do the vital behaviors every single day. I'm still growing. I don't think I am where I need to be right now. I've been a coach for 5 months as of yesterday, and I just feel, obviously I have so much growth that I want, and I have so much more learning and training that I need to do to feel comfortable. I am working on recruiting right now, and I feel like I'm starting over. So we're all going to be in the same boats, and we're all going to be overwhelmed. We're all going to be going through all these emotions all the time. So, my last little tidbit to kind of encircle all of this is I created my own schedule. Not a posting schedule, my daily to do schedule. I am a very organized person. It may not look like it, but I'm organized to myself. So I created a schedule Monday through Sunday from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. Work is a bullet point, okay? So I am very to the point. I need to do this today and this today, and I'm always revamping that. Since I moved all of my invites to Monday and Tuesday, I kept the rest of my schedule lighter and I did more, the rest of the week. Now I'm having more calls. I'm having more calls with my coaches. I have to fit that in to my days, so I'm trying to figure out days of my week that I'm going to try to get my calls. Right now, I'm going to try to keep Tuesday and Wednesdays as my call days, so then I'll know to keep those time slots less jam-packed with other things. So it's all what works best for you. I hope that this helped, and I hope that you got a little tidbit. I seem to go off on tangents and ramble a little bit. But if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would be happy to help you, talk to you, give you any sort of advice, or just listen. So you all take care and have